Dr. Alex George paid tribute to his late brother Lear 1 year on from his suicide during an appearance on Lorraine on Tuesday. The Love Island star, 30, spoke to stand-in host Ranveer Singh about his brother's tragic death aged just 19 and explained that neither he nor his family saw any signs that his brother was struggling prior to his death. During the interview he credited his brilliant girlfriend Ellie for helping him deal with the loss of his brother, as Ranveer grew emotional and broke down in tears during Dr. Alex's brave account of his grief. "I met Ellie a little while ago. She's brilliant. Her alongside my friends and family have been such sources of support for me," he said. "There were moments in this last year that I have really struggled, and I'm happy just to say that we need the people around us to support us. There have been times I've had to say to my family, gosh, I'm really finding it tough right now. There is strength to bring people in when you need them." Lauding the medic, Ranveer said, "I think you're amazing for what you do, with all the pain you've carried. I feel quite emotional speaking to you, because we all think of our own families. So thank you, for everything you're doing." He also touched upon how his loved ones coped with the anniversary of Ellie's death, explaining that the whole family didn't know how we would get through it. Taking openly about how he has dealt with his loss, Alex said, "The hardest part of it is you'll never have an absolute understanding of why. Every day I think about my brother, as does the rest of my family, and of course we think a lot about him. We think a lot about what if, and I wish we could speak to him and have that conversation. The hardest thing around losing Lear was that we feel we didn't have the chance to help him, and yes, I think it's very important to look out for change and behavior in family members and friends who might be acting differently. If there's anything you're worried about, and to ask them how they're doing. But we also need people to know that when they are struggling they can't talk about it, and what I find very hard is that I don't think Lear felt that he could say it. It was there, and I worry that shame was a big part of that." The reality TV star's family were devastated when his little brother died weeks before he was due to begin medical school last year. When asked if it may have been exam stress, Dr. Alex said, "His exams were coming up and he was a bit nervous and worried about it, but nothing that we thought was a sign of anything happening. As I say, I think it's the shame. It's so important that we work on that, and it's amazing we are talking more about mental health now than we have ever done, but we have to realize there's still a lot more to do. Particularly around men and young men, and changing this feeling that I shouldn't be struggling and I shouldn't ask for help. There is no shame in that. There is always hope." Speaking a year on from the family's loss, Alex said, "I just can't believe the year has gone by. We went back to a year ago, the whole family didn't know how we would get through it. How can you? It's unbelievable, but it's amazing how with your family and your friends, the people around you, colleagues, you can get through anything, and I think working in this role, as a youth mental health ambassador, has given me a sense of purpose." Since the death of his brother, Alex has spoken out about mental health and the importance of being open and honest about it, especially with men. He explained, "I think that is so important. We have to realize that there is still a lot to do around men and young men. For family and the people around that person, there is always hope. I always want to be there to help them." In previous interviews, Alex admitted that throwing himself into work helped him to cope with his brother's tragic passing, as he still finds it tough when he actually stops to think about it. Speaking on Tuesday, he said, "I work on a 0-hour contract, so essentially what was happening was I was just working and not taking any kind of annual leave or breaks, from A&E, so I needed that pause. And I wanted to get my teeth into this role and work on the projects that we are doing. For mental health, we had the anti-bullying campaign, lots of well-being videos going out to schools around the UK, and the tools the young people need to look after themselves." Touching upon his new mental health projects, he said, "I'm working with the government on the early support hubs. We know that young people more than ever need somewhere to go to get support. The idea is that anyone under the age of 25 will be able to walk in without an appointment and be able to speak to a key worker who can direct them for either physiological support, career advice and every sexual health support. So it's almost like a wraparound support service. Prevention is very important. They will have that non-clinical feel. Almost like community centers, so they will not be judged and be happy to speak about how they feel." An emotional Ranveer fought back tears at the end of interview, saying, "I think you're amazing for what you do with all the pain you've carried. I feel quite emotional speaking to you because we all think of our own families. So thank you for everything you're doing." It comes after Alex took to Instagram on Friday to pay tribute to Lear exactly a year after he took his own life. Alex shared a picture with his brother and his parents and penned a heartbreaking caption. He wrote, "I can't believe it's been a year. Some days I really can't accept or understand that you are not here. We miss you so much, Lear. You give me so much strength, even when times are tough and it would be easy to give up. Mom, Dad and Elliot are doing okay, they miss you so much too. I would do anything to go out for a spin in the car with you again. Love you X." After posting the moving picture and message, he took to his stories to explain he would be staying off social media for the day. "Today is a hard day. Going to switch offline today. Thank you for the kindness X." The television star's celebrity pals took to the comments section to show their support. Vicky Pattison, Lorraine Kelly and Samira Mighty all sent love heart emojis, while Josh Cuthbert typed, "He would be so proud of you, mate."